Thanks to the support as a channel member, Freddie Finlow. Right, folks, for a few days now, we've been speculating on whether or not we're going to do a fourth season in this save, depending on what happens in this Champions League run. Decision has been made. There is no fourth season. I've looked at a calendar. I don't want to be doing 2 saves, 2 videos every day over the Christmas period. That's mad. So it ends this season, no matter what happens. And today, we've got the Champions League semi-final against Manchester United, who are also the team we're battling in the Premier League title hunt. If we mess this up, was the season a failure? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe? Hello and welcome to part 30 of my FM21 series with Leicester. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have both legs of the Champions League semi-final, away then home against Manchester United. Since you were last with me, we've played a couple of games. One of them was the FA Cup semi-final, which we beat Liverpool in. So we have got an FA Cup final booked in against Championship side Bristol City, who aren't even in the playoff spots in the Championship. So looking good for us to potentially retain our FA Cup that we won last year. We also played Burnley, who we stuffed in the league, meaning the league table now looks like this. We have dropped down to second place. But that's because Manchester United are playing all their games. They're 4 points clear of us, but we've got 2 games in hand on them. So what does that L mean? Oh, it's a latest score. Never seen a latest score showing like this before. That's amazing. Is that new? Is that a new thing for FM21 that I've only just noticed? But regardless, 4 points behind. That's distracted me so much. 4 points behind Manchester United. 2 games in hand over them. So I'd like to think we'd be capable of closing that gap. But of course, we might be distracted by Champions League things that they won't be distracted by because we're about to knock them out of it. Confidence. Away leg first. This is the team we're putting out there for the away leg. Still only Neymar unavailable. So this is Neymar aside, first choice team. And even if we get to the final, he won't be ready. He's going to be at least 6 weeks away as he tries to make his bones fuse back together. And we've got Donnarumma in goal, a back four of Grimaldo, Romagnoli, Luis Felipe and Castagna. Rice at the base of the midfield. Valverde and Aouar ahead of him. Dembele, Haaland and Neres are our front 3. We remember what we did to Barcelona in the first leg of the quarterfinal. We want some of that again, please. I suspect Manchester United are going to be tougher opposition because they're used to us. They play us regularly. They're going to be upset that we robbed the Premier League title off of them last year. And they are absolutely fighting for that again this year. Manchester United are the thing standing in our way of ultimate success in this series. We started out the day the beta dropped saying we're going to do 3 seasons with Leicester and we're going to try and win the Champions League by the end of those 3 seasons. And everyone laughed and said, you're not going to win the Champions League in 3 seasons, Kev. And here we are with an opportunity to do it. Let's see if we can have the last laugh. It's 3 minutes gone and we've got an early attacking again, and David De Gea for Manchester United is carrying an injury, and that is interesting. An injured goalkeeper, much better opposition than a fully fit goalkeeper, although he's not done too bad there, playing the ball forward to Lautaro Martinez for him to grab the opening goal, has he? That's an injured De Gea. What does a fit one do? Because he's just lumped that ball over the top. We've been caught completely flat. All but one of our defenders in this half. When that goal kick came in, and Martinez has just ruined us. 3 minutes gone, and like I said, tougher opposition from Barcelona. That is not the start we had in mind, to use a Football Manager phrase. We are ahead on XG though, so we've got the moral victory there. That's all that really matters. Grimaldo to Aouar, and Grimaldo now looking to get across him. We're looking for an immediate reply here, and we've not had a goal from Erling Haaland for a little while. He's been tiring. And we're probably overplaying him a little bit, but Belotti's also on a goal drought. So both of our strikers have kind of dried up a little bit goals-wise recently. It would be lovely if we had Timo Werner at the club to bring him in a situation like this, or Neymar to slot in. But luck and maybe poor judgment. Maybe I shouldn't have let both Barnes and Werner go. Probably keeping Werner wouldn't have been the stupidest decision I could have made. But that decision's made now. There's no use crying over it. Let's try and get back into the game, and there is Erling Haaland grabbing his first goal in about 5 games, and it's from a corner. Of course it is. Aim for the big lad. Kev's motto. 32 goals this season now for Haaland, as he looks to close in on Belotti's 38 from last year to justify spending all that money on Haaland. At the moment, he's not proven that he's an upgrade, although to be fair, Belotti doesn't score that goal because he's not 6'4" and dominant in the air the way Erling Haaland is. And that is huge in this away game. Remember, you don't always have to win the away game 6-1 like we did against Barcelona. Any kind of away goal in an away leg is good. A 1-1, we would absolutely take 1-1 away from home in the first leg. That's an incredible result. Grimaldo with a free kick, testing De Gea. I'd love to know what kind of injury De Gea has. It doesn't seem to be doing him any harm at all. But Grimaldo now with the in-swinging corner, looking for Haaland again. But Lindelof heads clear for Manchester United, and it's with Valverde. Back with Grimaldo again, who can whip it in on that left foot one more time, but instead decides to play it across the midfield, where it ends up with Luis Felipe, which just doesn't seem like the most sensible player for the ball to end up with as we're trying to get an attack going. We are well ahead on XG now, 0.24 for Manchester United, who effectively had that one attack really early on, whereas we're on a 1.24, was it? 1.34. But here is United on a counter-attack here, and that's beautiful from Declan Rice. What a defensive midfielder he is. Beautiful tackle, and he's a playmaker as well. Might even be signing of the save, Declan Rice. He's been incredible. Aouar back to Dembele, slots it into Haaland. It falls to Neres. It falls to Aouar. And between all of them, nobody can test De Gea. It's not as if he's even made the save there. It's just we kept missing last-ditch tackles and misses. Right, we're looking at fitness as much as how well players have played here, because games are coming thick and fast and we're on a very small squad. So Maddison can come on there. And we're also going to bring on Renato Sanchez to play. You know what? We're not. We're going to bring on Ndidi. Because Ndidi can just do that box-to-box role that Valverde's been doing. So we're going to bring on Ndidi in there. And that will do for now. I don't think it's appropriate to demand more here, as much as I normally would when we're not winning. Because like I say, 1-1 away from home, very good result. Puts us in a very strong position for the return fixture. Felipe's picked up a yellow card. I don't think that leads to a suspension for him. I hope it doesn't. Neres is tiring, so he can come off for Sanchez on that right-hand side. And it would be really, really nice for us to grab a late winner here. 84 minutes on the clock. This would be the moment, really. And Ndidi with the cross, and Aouar's missed again. Aouar's had two very good opportunities and hit both of them just wide of that post. I want an inquiry into whether or not this goal has been narrowed, because Aouar doesn't normally miss from there, and he's missed in exactly the same spot twice. Somebody check the goal. Goodness me, isn't that what VAR's for? Measuring how wide the goals are? It should be. That's absolutely what it should be for. Right, I am happy with how we've played there. 1-1 away from home. Always a good result in a Champions League semi-final. Now we just have to finish the job back at our place. Declan Rice is tiring. He ain't getting rested at this point. He can miss the next Premier League game, but he needs to be playing in that second leg. We saw how important he is with that last-ditch tackle that he did in that match. So no holidays now, boys and girls. It's the business end of the season. Comfortable victory over Tottenham in the league. A nice 3-0 with Belotti scoring a header from a corner. Just to absolutely prove me wrong from my point I was making in the first leg against Manchester United. We are getting a little bit in the way of injury problems. Dembele picked up a knock in the previous Manchester United game, so didn't play at all against Tottenham. He is now fully fit, but David Neres picked up an injury in that game. He's officially fit, but his match sharpness is down. He had to come off like halfway through the first half against Tottenham, so he's going to be starting from the bench today. Other than that, once again, like it has been on a lot of this cup run, full strength team apart from Neymar. Donnarumma in goal, a back four of Grimaldo, Romagnoli, Luis Felipe and Castagna. Rice, Valverde and Sanchez are the midfield. Maddison, Haaland and Dembele up front. Aouar also starting from the bench for fitness reasons more than anything. He did score a couple of goals against Tottenham. He would have been playing today, but he's the player who came on for Neres after 25 minutes against Tottenham, so played a lot more football than I had hoped he would, which is why he's going to be starting from down on the bench with Maddison getting the nod to come in to replace Neres. Haaland and Rice definitely both got rests against Tottenham. I also rested, I forget who it was. One of the defenders, maybe. I think Fofana played. It's all a blur. Should we just try and beat Manchester United and get into the Champions League final? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It is United who've got the ball for the first highlight, 3 minutes on the clock again. This is where they scored in that first leg, and we'd quite like to avoid that happening today. Sanchez playing it back to Declan Rice, who gives it to Luis Felipe, who plays the ball forward looking for Haaland, who misses out to Harry Maguire, who leaps above Haaland to win the ball, but it ends up in the safe hands of Donnarumma in goal for us, who rolls it out to Luis Felipe again. And I'm worried why this is a highlight. It's one of those odd ones that probably leads to a goal, but now we're on the attack. I'm no longer worried. Maddison plays it into Valverde, and Dembele playing on the right for once. Valverde and Haaland knocking it back and forth between each other, but then it's given away, and Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United releases Greenwood down the right-hand side, and Grimaldo was racing to try and get back to him, couldn't get there, and it is that man again, Lautaro Martinez, with his 29th goal of the season, immediately cancelling out our away goal and also putting them ahead in the tie. It's Leicester 0, Manchester United 1, 2-1 to United on aggregate, and we have got a lot of work to do in this tie now, but also a lot of time to do it in. It's not a disaster to concede that early. It gives us a lot of time to get back into the game. Dembele trying to do it immediately with a shot that ends up straight into the hands of De Gea, who looks like he's recovered from whatever injury he had in that first leg, because no longer showing as having an injury. I am going to do a very early demand more, just to let the players know that it is not okay to be behind in this tie. And we're level on XG. That's not okay either. I like to be ahead on XG. I like to have the moral high ground. And we're missing out on that at the moment, and nothing is happening. No chances are being created. The clock is just ticking. It's tick, tick, tick. And we're going to have to change something in this second half, because United have just scored and then shut up shop. Although, just before half-time, it's Grimaldo with the corner, and Haaland's there again. He's done it again. His 33rd of the season. It's a carbon copy of what happened in the first leg. Martinez has scored early in both ties, and then Haaland from a corner has grabbed the equaliser, this time with his foot rather than his head. Who cares what part of him he hits it with? It's 1-1 as we go in at half-time, and that is going to give us a huge morale boost. We're going to come out for this second half with all of the momentum. I want to pump fists and tell him to carry on. I can't. I'll do it gestureless then. We're going gesture-free for this all-important half-time. And now it's us on the attack as we look to use that momentum that we've built up. Ball over the top from Rice, finds Maddison, who gives it all the way back to Declan Rice, which was just weird. So Rice decides to go the other side this time to Castagna, who crosses looking for Renato Sanchez but can't find him. And United have the ball back, and they'll be looking for a counter-attack of their own. We are two very evenly matched teams here, and it's going to be heartbreaking if things don't end up going our way. I think we've fouled one of their players in there, but luckily the ref hasn't seen it, and it's Erling Haaland who now has been fouled. And I think Manchester United are going down to 10 men here right at the start of the second half. This is massive. This is absolutely huge. It is now, we're now facing 10-man Manchester United, and we have another corner. Grimaldo with the in-swinger again, and Haaland with the header that goes just the wrong side of the post. Everyone's beaten by it. No one's saving that, but it does go wide. And now United with a corner of their own, and it's only Harry Maguire who scored against us. Not like this. Not him. Inexplicably, he's on the Leicester Legends list. I'm only favoured personnel. Claudio Ranieri's a legend. I'm only favoured personnel. What more have I got to do? Maybe win this game. Harry Maguire, though, not him. As a Leicester fans, not him, right? Surely not him. Do we bring Belotti on? Have we got to go two up top? Do we sacrifice Declan Rice to do it? Who has been so important, but he's sat there on a yellow card. He's tired. He needed a rest anyway. We're going with the 4-2-4. We're sticking Belotti on. We've got to go for it. We're never going to get another opportunity to play in a Champions League semi-final. We know this because we've already announced the save is ending. So it's now or never. Now we will demand more. Come on, boys. We've got to have something special in us somewhere, surely. We're well ahead on XG. This is hideous what's going on. We can take off Dembele and bring on Neres. who's going to come on relatively fresh. I kind of want to get Awar on as well, but I'm looking at Castagna, who's not having the greatest of times, but Awar's been so important in this run, so he's going to come on for Renato Sanchez, and we've got all of our best players on the pitch now. There's goals on this pitch. Now we just got to see if they've got the stomach for a match like this. Of course, Manchester United, this is not their first rodeo. We are at this stage of this tournament for the first time in our history, and it is showing a little bit at the moment. If you look at the Premier League table, that suggests we're the better team. Castagna on the right-hand side finds Neres, who skips past his man. Neres just fires it wide at the base of the post. We've had the chances. Oh, well, come on, we've had the chances. Football Manager, don't do this to me. We've got to score twice because of away goals in these final 10 minutes. We're going very attacking. I feel like it's not gonna happen. It's not to be. And it's so sad. Right. Grimaldo to Maddison. Awar's there. Finds Belotti, who also hits it wide. What is going on? Why are we missing all of our chances today? Look at the XG. We've done everything right apart from finishing, and we're out of the Champions League. We gave it everything we had. And how different might things have been with Neymar? In a game like that, if you've got Neymar in there to do something game-changing and extraordinary, I said if you look at the table, man, we're the better team. We're not unless we come back from that. We've got to win games in hand now. Well. Oh, good. We've qualified for the Champions League. Oh, good. We've got loads of money to spend. Yay for us. We're going to end up doing another year, aren't we? I can't do another year. Am I going to do another year? We'll be back tomorrow to try and win the Premier League, and I'll decide if we're going to do another year. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.